Hi, my name's Joe. I have a question. The pattern that I keep seeing from men is a lot of you guys don't want to have children, and that confuses me. For those of you who are young, saying that you guys don't want children, why?
Darling, that's a great question, and I'll be happy to answer it for you, but it's going to be a bit of a good news, bad news thing. First off, yes, absolutely. Most men not only would love to procreate and have children, they really desire to do that. I mean, that is kind of what we humans were put on this earth for, isn't it? And as any man who has children will tell you, nothing, and I do mean nothing, brings him more joy than spending time with his children, teaching them, raising them, and doing all the other awesome things that dads do. But you see, that leads us to the bad news. The bad news, which is, as things stand now, the majority of men aren't allowed to be dads, at least not in the way they or nature or God or the universe or whatever you want to call it intended. No, as things stand now, the sole duty of fathers is to provide money, to be a wallet, nothing more, nothing less. And even if he does that, the odds are he'll still be relegated to an afterthought, often at the whim of the mother. The mother who puts her needs, her wants, and her desires above everything else, up to and including the father and, more importantly, the children, her children. The sad fact is, well over 50% of marriages end in divorce. When you add to it all the other relationships with children that ended before they even got married, well, you can easily see that women in society as a whole don't value fathers or the relationships and value they bring to their children. And that, my dear, is why men are now avoiding fatherhood. Not because they don't want to be fathers, but because they don't want to have their children, the children they love more than anything else in this world, taken away from them, ripped away by a vindictive mother and a government that encourages them to be vindictive. That's the reality. And until it changes, well, let's just say the birth rate is going to keep falling, and far faster than it already is.